Hi, I'm Steve Kent, Chief Commissioner and Chair of the Board of Governors of Scouts Canada. I'd like to invite you to join me in a challenge, to think big, to take action, and to help grow Scouting across the country. Let me begin by thanking you, our leaders and our volunteers. I'm tremendously proud of the work that you are doing, and I believe that this movement is absolutely one of the best in the world. I wouldn't be here today as your Chief Commissioner if I didn't believe that wholeheartedly. We have a tremendous movement, amazing support from you, our key stakeholders, a program that's varied and dynamic, and a mission that makes each individual the principal agent of his or her development. But that's not to say that we don't have our challenges. During my first few months as your Chief Commissioner, I've had a chance to meet with sections and members across the country and hear about these challenges firsthand. One thing is clear. If this organization is to remain a significant force well into the future, we need to create an environment for growth. Let's take a look at how we can overcome these challenges and re-energize our movement. Working together, we can do this. So what can you do to help? You can champion our mission. It's as vital and relevant today as it was 100 years ago. We're still helping to educate young people, and we're doing it through a value system based on a promise and a law. We help individuals become self-fulfilled, find their way, and become leaders in the process. That's a great legacy to hang on to. But we have work to do. To remain relevant, we need to broaden our volunteer support and strengthen our profile. We need to reconnect with the Canadian public, let them know that we're still here, and that we are still the largest youth movement in the world. Ask yourselves for a minute, how many people realize that we focus our programs around 3 position statements: healthy active living, environmental stewardship, and leadership development? We also need to let people know that we welcome diversity of language, religion, and tradition, and that our organization is richer for this diversity. Indeed, our organization is rich in many ways. Consider that we have 28 million members worldwide, 100,000 in Canada alone, and more than 9,600 sections meeting every week in this country. That's not bad, but we can do better. Take a closer look, and you'll find that each year we recruit 45% of our members. And of these, more than 40% tell us that they face challenges joining. We need to do better than this. We need to focus on a winning solution. We need to get back to basics, and we need to truly concentrate on growth. If you really believe in Scouting's mission, then I hope you'll agree that more children and youth should benefit from your efforts and your success. I want to encourage each of you to take up this challenge. Simply ask. Ask one more youth to fill an empty spot in your group. Ask a former leader or youth member to come back and be part of our organization. Why? Because most sections and most groups today have the capacity to grow. We also need to think more about youth involvement. Let's take a look at how we can engage our youth in planning and decision-making. We need to find a way, at all levels of our movement, for youth members to really have input. After all, we're helping to shape the leaders of tomorrow, so let's find a way to let them lead. Through my travels across the country, I know I'm not alone in this desire to see the organization grow. In every community I've visited, every section or group leader I've met with, I've seen how much passion there is for Scouting and its purpose. I know that it's possible to grow, and for our organization to regain its rightful place in the eyes of the Canadian public. How do we do this? By having a positive attitude for change, by setting challenging and measurable goals and objectives, and by working through teamwork to service our frontline leaders and youth members. Perhaps most importantly, we need to lead by example. We need people who walk the walk as well as talk the talk. We need to think big, and we need to think outside the box. Imagine for a minute the possibilities. What if every section received a visit from a service scouter at least twice a year? What if each group appeared in a positive story in the media at least once a year? What if every Cub Pack had a Sixers Council and a KIM, and every Scout troop had an active Court of Honor? And what if we dramatically reduced the registration fee for leaders? Now, let's think bigger. What if we made our training programs more flexible to better meet leaders' needs? What if we put those training resources online, making them more accessible to our busy volunteers? I'm committed to seeing this happen. What if we ensured that every year at least 10% of our volunteers received recognition awards? What if we challenged and encouraged young people to play leadership roles at every level of the organization? What if we engaged in more environmental projects and became recognized as environmental leaders? Let's inspire our youth and leaders to think big and to take things to a whole new level. Let's give them ownership to change the world, to rebuild hurricane shelters in Belize, to take international aid trips, to plan and participate in research while hiking in remote areas, or to join in their city's emergency response plan. This is Scouting Today. Let's involve parents, bring friends, and hold school talks. Let's be active and visible in community events. Let's open new sections, find former members and ask them to join. Be visible, be committed, support youth in becoming leaders, and most importantly, demonstrate your passion for scouting. We are only limited by our imaginations. This is my challenge to you. Commit to growth. Be a champion of our mission. Grow your groups as you grow yourselves by being the best leader you can be. I'd like to leave you with a couple of thoughts. My term ends in November 2011. That doesn't give me a whole lot of time. But during that time, I promise you that I will do everything I possibly can to help grow scouting in this country. But I can't do it without you. I want and need your ideas, your insight, and your inspiration. Scouting needs your commitment to meet our challenges. We need you to be empowered to develop solutions to those challenges, and we need your ownership of the solutions. Together, we can ensure that Scouts Canada is the youth organization of choice in this country, now and in the future. Please share this message with other section leaders and volunteers, and keep doing the great work that you do. As a section leader, you hold the most important position in this organization, and I promise that I will do my best to support you in any and every way that I can. Thanks so much, and good scouting.